look at that. It's a train. They all scrambled. They don't know what to do.
Move the car.
One of them yells, move your car, while he has an AR in his hands, looking like he was going to shoot the train or shoot the police car. I don't know which one. He's running back and forth, like running, thinking, I'm going to jump in the car, but the gun is so large, he couldn't get in the car to move it. He's running backwards. He runs forwards. He finally runs out of the way.
You've been better off opening up the door.
And let her out.
Yes.
Because there was time to let her out of the car, but because they were so foolish at the time, the train hits the police vehicle with the suspect female handcuffed in the back of the vehicle. And let me tell you something. It was a tragic look. She's injured, but thank God, listeners, she's not deceased. She was badly injured. And of course, I don't even hear any charges. To be honest with you,
that cage probably saved her life.
No, the airbags. When you look at the vehicle afterwards, every airbag they had deployed. There were side airbags. There was front airbags.
I'm still saying, like, the cage. You know how there's cages inside of the...
Yeah, well, the vehicle's probably...
I'll give you that. She couldn't move.
Yeah, so she couldn't go anywhere. But can you imagine how scary that must have been for her to look and see the train coming?
They don't give you no leg.
No, you don't have no leg.
That's what I'm saying. That's the only thing. Like, if there was more room, she'd probably be dead because you have enough room to
move.
Yeah, to go back and forth. But because she was
don't
packed,
have any room.
She was packed, so she had to take the hit. Yeah. So it's kind of like she was sandwiched, and it was like boom. And maybe that caused her not to be able to, but she broke everything. She broke her back. She broke her legs. I don't know what body.
And then, how scary it would be to just see this train coming, like,
and can't move.
And
can't move, can't get out, and see them running around.
And so you just,
and you're in there screaming.
I know, you're screaming, and you look up, you're like, so this is it, huh?
Oh, that's trauma.
Yeah.
That's trauma. What are you thinking? This is how I'm going to die.
That PTSD, boy.
That's
trauma.
Get
in no car.
No. I couldn't get in no car either.
Ever. I want to watch TV. No!
Your mama can't allow her children to watch. And you know what's crazy? Welcome to another episode of Diva Court. I'm your host, Marcia Mignot, and with me is my co-diva.
Hey, y'all. It's me up in heat.
Dana Tire Slashing Smith, that would be. We are not responsible.
Can I get a swoosh, swoosh, like, after my name?
Again. So this episode starts with interruptions in my monologue?
I mean, I'm just saying, I forgot to say that.
Oh, okay. Could you swoosh with the producers before the show begins?
Hello, producer. Can I get a swish, swish?
On it.
Thank you.
We are not responsible for the things she's going to talk about.
Because it was crazy last time.
It sure was. We're not responsible for half of the truth.
Wait, I got one more thing to say about the Little Mermaid.
No. No, we're moving on from that mermaid.
One more thing. I forgot.
We don't believe half of what Dana's going to talk about, okay? Mm-hmm. And we don't own the rights to any of the topics we're going to talk about, nor do we want to purchase them, so please do not send any invoices.
COD, cash on delivery. That was old school.
The reason is... No, because you're interrupting my monologue.
I'm sorry.
This show is for edutainment purposes only.
You just made it longer.
Please look for our episodes every Wednesday when we push them out. Find us on Spotify.
You see how fast I did that?
No. Give them the sexy you were talking about before the show started.
Hey, Spotify. You can find us there.
Apple Podcasts.
Hey, Apple. An apple a day won't keep Diva Court away.
And Google Podcasts.
We can be Googled, so you can Google us.
And be sure to catch our videos every Wednesday. We push them out for you on YouTube. This episode is sponsored by Cutie Nails and Spa. And Cutie Nails and Spa is in Midtown. They're offering manicures.
Yes.
Pedicures.
Your laugh is longer than his monologue.
Love facials.
Mm-hmm.
And lashes. Enjoy a spa experience and let a team of cuties take care of you. I'm gonna need you to stop interrupting my monologue.
It goes
I
with
have
my
to
bracelets.
start
Hold
the
on.
show.
You missed it because it's. Can you do that again?
No.
I'm in conflict.
Somebody here popping locking. Come on.
I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you again.
Okay.
This nut.
See how I did that?
I see the nut. The peanut, the coconut.
You remember that? You remember that? I'm a nut in a hut. I stole my mama's pocketbook. So what? Y'all remember that?
No, we don't.
It's an American thing. You wouldn't
Back in
understand.
my double Dutch days,
Yes, that's a whole thing.
Let me tell you something. I was single Dutching, I guess.
You didn't know how to double Dutch?
I don't know nothing about that.
You don't know how to double dutch?
Double Dutch ain't got nothing to do with that.
Wait, why do we call it double dutch? Is that a?
Because it's 2 ropes,
But it has to do with Dutch people though.
double rope.
But what does Dutch have to do with it?
Because we're Dutching each other.
I don't even know what that means.
Okay.
Moving on to the topics.
Thank you.
I mean,
Since you interrupted my monologue.
No, since you interrupted
and
me.
Interrupted
You
my
interrupted me,
monologue
my
and
dance
interrupted
moves.
my monologue. You
My
with your
Darren's
bracelet.
dance
You and all
moves.
your chains. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking at the video, you will see I have no bracelets on because she stole them all. That's how it works here.
Take that. Take that.
All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. The
Let's get
listeners
into
are
it.
waiting. What is Diva Court bringing to the stage this time? And to the stage is. Oh, so you're not gonna host the show?
All right, and my hosting coming to the stage. Who should be able to say the N word?
All right now. Nobody, especially nobody of Caucasian descent. Ladies and gentlemen, the Sun's owner, Mr. Robert Sarver, who had to be severed or should be severed
From his
job and his ownership, has decided that his team player used the N-word and got sanctioned. Okay, he didn't get sanctioned. He got fined. Okay, he didn't get fined. He got penalized. Okay, he got a penalty.
He got a technical.
He got a tech.
You just gonna go through all of the violations.
For all careers. So he got a tech, and it's a technical violation. And
Technical
the owner,
foul.
the
She
owner.
don't watch basketball. It's a technical foul.
It's a technical violation for lawyers. Violations.
I think it is considered. It's
It's a violation.
Technical foul.
They can do both.
It's a
can be
violation.
that in that special. The only reason why I'm saying that
Please.
because
Because I'm right.
No. They get technical foul.
yes,
That's what it was.
But it's a technical
It's not
violation.
Technical violation. It's technical foul. They do a T with a T. They do the T. They don't go V, they go T. So that's why it's a technical
well,
foul.
I mean, even then,
The T still comes before the V.
yes.
Technical violation. T.
It's technical foul.
So I can
Technical-
still make a T.
No, listen, I'm agreeing with you.
She don't know about basketball, so don't
agreeing
get
with
her
you.
confused.
Excuse me.
Okay. Do you?
But it is called a
Wash your
backcourt.
mouth out with
What
soap.
position did you play?
All of them.
Which one?
Important.
Name one position, Marsha. One position. It's five.
Lead.
She probably didn't even know it was five.
Center of attraction.
Where does the center
Hello.
stand?
Oh, so see, you want
Where
to go
does the
deep
center
now because
stand?
I stand on the court. That's where they stand.
Where they stand
If you want to
at?
go
What
there,
part of the court?
they stand wherever the ball is,
That
and
is
they go get the
incorrect.
ball,
No,
and
they
they
don't
do
go
the
get the
job
ball. They do the
when
job.
they're on the court. Doon, 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 doon.
Is that how they
Swoosh.
bounce?
That's how they bounce.
They don't even
Nothing
bounce the ball.
but net. Thank you. I know basketball.
Okay.
I know winners of basketball. Losers, I don't know who you are because I don't watch.
Okay.
But this man
Who got a technical
thinks
foul?
that if his player gets a technical violation,
Violation? You just
violation, let's call it a violation.
Infraction.
Yeah, a technical infraction.
Why we just can't call it what it is?
Why
It's
we
a
can't just
technical
call
foul.
it a draw?
Just can we call
Let's
it
call
what,
it a draw.
What you are a person who is on point with the things because you like to be on point with things. So you should be on
okay.
point with calling it.
Well,
a
let me
technical
point to
foul.
this thing. Violation. Technical one, that is. According to the owner of the Suns, if his player listeners, receives a violation,
Okay,
a
so
foul,
no, we can't call it
technical.
we about to, because I'm a basketball person. You can't call it a violation because if you get so many fouls, you get put out the game. That's why you have to call it a technical foul. You can't say, oh, you got 5 violations. No, you get so many fouls. It's a foul. You get put out the game. So you can't say technical foul. It has to be a technical foul. Stop messing with my mind, Marsha. But you know what
You
I'm saying.
are hilarious.
I know.
You
I was
did
on a roll.
already.
I was on a roll. I made a great point, and then why am I sabotaging myself? We learned that in self-esteem class or self-education. Self-education. That don't self-sabotage yourself.
Listeners, you have to watch episode 52 if you want to know what she's talking about. Don't miss it. It was good. All right. So, according to the owner,
Yes.
he is upset because his player got a technical. I'm going to stop there. You listeners,
Foul.
you can put foul in, you can put violation in, you can put whatever you want, infraction. We don't care. We're just going to say technical. All right. So he gets one, and another player on the opposite team says the N-word, and nothing happens. So the owner gets upset, and he starts telling his head coach, hey, how come he gets to say the N-word, but he didn't say the N-word?
Why are you saying N-word?
Because that's the word at issue. You don't like that word?
I mean, are you going to explain the story the way it was told, or are you going to explain the story with the sugarcoat?
No, but I can explain the story the way it was told.
Okay,
All
go
right.
ahead.
So the owner of the Suns decides to say to his head coach, how come that young man can say nigger and I can't say
Did
it?
he say it with the ER, or did he say nigga?
Come on now, you think he had practice?
I think he
Nigger.
say it often,
come-
so he probably has practice.
Not enough.
No,
'Cause-
because who's practicing him the right way? who's
in
helping
his
him
group.
practice the right
It wasn't
way?
his head coach.
He's been thinking about it. One of his homeboys.
It wasn't the head
one
coach.
of his black homeboys was like, "You can say it."
Well, we know it wasn't the head coach because the head coach told him you cannot say it.
Well, that's true.
The head coach comes back and says, listeners, you can't use the word.
Okay.
You have to say N-word. You cannot use nigger, okay? And, of course, he still uses the word nigger.
Well,
And
why
he
I
says,
can't say nigga? He just said nigga, so I should be able to say nigga. I'm just trying to just tell you why. I'm trying to explain why he said nigga. He should be able to say nigga. Well, you sir,
you can't say it.
while you're explaining it to me,
You have to
can't
say the
nigga.
N-word.
You have to say N-word. I just don't understand. I'm not saying nigga. I'm just saying nigga as I'm explaining to you what he just said.
I'm sorry, you can't
Well,
use that word. You can't
just-
use that word.
Just say N-word.
You have to say N-word.
Let me tell you something, nigga. You got one more time to say nigga, and I'm gonna show you a nigga. Okay, my nigga?
That's how it played out.
That's how I play.
Okay, so he's been suspended for a year. Now, here's the problem.
Now here's the thing. I do want to put some more on that weight because it's not just one incident of the N-word. We're talking about multiple incidents of him.
Well, he's had multiple incidents of inappropriate behavior.
But is he just running around like, what's up, my nigga? You keeping
So
it
they
real?
have three
Well, I think there's 3 or 4
accounts.
things that he did.
No,
you know
no,
what I mean?
no, wait.
For the year suspension, right?
Let me explain a little further. 3 or 4 definitive accounts of him using the N-word after being told multiple times
Not to. Okay. That's a
There-
problem.
Then they have multiple incidents of sexual harassment within the office that they say his leadership allowed to go through, right? So he doesn't punish people because he has a frat boy sense.
Mm-hmm.
Then they have incidents of him like.
So are you saying he was sexually harassing someone, or his leadership was sexually
his leadership?
Okay.
Under
He
his
shouldn't be
leadership.
penalized for that.
For
Under
other
his-
people's conduct?
Under his leadership is what
Well,
they're
he's
saying.
supposed
They
to
don't
take
punish
care of it.
people.
He needs
Yeah.
to punish it.
He
So
doesn't-
he is held accountable. It's kind of like if he has a company and people are getting sexually harassed and the complaints are coming into HR and HR is not doing anything
I mean,
about
that's
it.
essentially what you've described is essentially
What's
having
going
a
on.
company.
That's exactly what happened.
So hypothetically speaking,
That's exactly.
in reality, this is really
allegedly
what's happening.
Really kind of
Allegedly.
happened. That's allegedly really kind of happened.
Your refusal to take action when
But
there's
I mean, It
inaction.
depends on what the sexual harassment is. Like,
Well,
oh, you look good today.
No, stop.
You look good today. That's not
There's-
sexual harassment.
there's-
Oh, let me open up the door for you because you're a woman.
That's not sexual harassment. Okay. So we're talking about real sexual harassment. We're not talking about oversensitizing interactions between two adults.
Do we have any
We're
alleged?
talking about good median sexual.
Yeah. Good old fashioned.
Good medium, just the average old sexual harassment.
Was
the slapping people on the butt.
She was down.
Good job, Pam.
Yeah, slapping her on the butt. You know that's what we do in basketball.
This is team.
Basketball.
See, that's what I
You don't see the players slapping each other on the butt.
That's what I don't understand. You want equal rights. You want equal respect. But if that's what we do, good job. And
Why I can't do it at the office?
Yeah.
If I do it on the court to my players, why can't I come in and say, hey, Karen, good
No,
job.
but if you're doing it to guys too, if everybody's
No, but he's doing it to the guys on the court.
Yeah, good job. Good
I
job.
seen them hit
Good
slapping
job.
players
And then
on the
when
butt.
Pam walked past because
You
she's
said,
like the water girl.
"Good job, girl."
Good job passing out that water.
Let me
Everybody.
tell you, good job with that. Whatever your mama gave you, you did a great job with that.
No, she could be like the towel girl. She could be like the physical therapist. She could be like the
She could be the reporter.
She could be the trainer.
You know, she comes in the locker room.
she's
She was
not.
like,
The reporter's
hey,
not part of the team.
hey.
The reporter's
Hey,
I'm talking about
listen.
the team.
Oh, she got to work there.
It's
Yeah,
about
work.
being
Okay.
comfortable, right? Because as a dude, there is a limit with it. There's some of these players who say, if you touch me,
On my butt.
I will
Yeah, but guess what?
I will give up this whole
But
contract.
if
No.
Michael Jordan hit him on the butt, they'll probably be okay with that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know, if Michael Jordan said, "Good job,"
Or Kobe.
or Kobe was like, "Good job" to a basketball
Yeah, nobody's
player.
upset.
He ain't, y'all ain't gonna be
Because they think he's got a wife, he's got
Because
kids.
they're comfortable with that. It's all about comfort.
Okay.
So it depends on who it is. But what if it's
Of course.
the same?
It's just like everything. It's just like everything. Everything,
You
every
can't be
interaction
asking for
you
equal
have.
rights
Every interaction
If
you
it's
have.
not really equal.
if it ain't equal.
Every
I say, if we're good jobbing on the butt on the court, we can good job on the butt after the court. So we should stop good jobbing on the butt.
There you go.
Because I really was uncomfortable with it anyway when I saw it. I was like, can you believe I'm a grown man? I'm on the basketball court. I'm doing stuff. I'm making a shot. Why you got to touch my butt? Keep your hands to yourself. If you want to do something with your hands, clap me.
No, I usually go with the high five. I've never.
I'll
been
take a high five. Even a fist bump.
Yeah, it's
Something.
just a weird thing to just be.
Well,
like,
Slapping me on my butt.
you know,
did
it probably came from slavery anyway. It's like, good job. No real spanking this time. Just a, you know.
I doubt it. That's
Attaboy.
far reaching.
I don't.
Even
know.
I can't make a connection
Maybe.
to that spanking.
Maybe.
Oh, you,
I know whooping came from slavery.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They
Because
were
you
like,
whoop people into
hurry up.
submission.
Speaking of
up.
whipping, Double Dutch is actually named after the ropes that the Dutch ships had, and it is in fact called Double Dutch when you swing the ropes inside. So you go inside, and if you're flipping it outside in, it's called French Dutch.
Wow.
Well, there it is.
There you
There is your unknown
So
fact
is this
from Diva
a-
Court.
So when you started jumping inside of the rope,
go.
maybe
It was a game.
sailor.
It was always a game.
Oh, okay.
So it was always a game, and it wasn't from the sailors. It was just rope, and they were like Dutch rope
Okay.
Okay.
Because of the
Dutch
way it's
ship-
twisted.
Because it's twisted. Yes.
Okay.
So there you go.
Well, whoop, there it is.
Little known facts from Diva Court.
So
Tidbits.
Are you double dutching?
So-
Do you know how to double dutch?
I do know how to double dutch.
let me tell you who's double dutching. The fact that Robert Sarver had his female bank employees
God.
come to the team and do a 2-day presentation
That is psychotic.
on how to handle.
All right, listeners, I got to explain this one for
Well,
you.
you gotta know how to keep your job.
Oh, really? Sarver now, a part of his punishment includes
No.
Training.
No, no. This
His
was
training.
previous. This was previous
Training.
to. This
No,
isn't
no.
now.
Part of his training.
Yes.
So it's not included in his 1 year.
No. This is no.
This is other history,
This is
historical
this is
stuff.
added
Oh, so
on.
this man's been carrying on with all kinds of foolishness
so why
for the
they acting
longest.
brand new?
Yeah, why is everybody acting like he's new? at
because
this?
they saying they finally punishing when they should have punished
a
earlier.
long time
Yeah.
ago.
And
Okay,
that 1 year. What is 1 year?
that's nothing. He should
Yeah.
have longer. Speaking of longer, but what we're talking about, listeners, is the fact that he had a training seminar for his female employees to come and explain how they should behave around him. So when I say good job and I slap you on your behind, don't complain, all right? Just don't file a complaint for
it's-
sexual harassment.
it was guised as a or they
A training.
let me allegedly guised as a woman empowerment
Seminar.
Right.
So I use other women. You know, sometimes I always say women are women's worst enemy. Because it probably took a woman up there to get on that stage and tell those women how they should behave around him and what he thought was appropriate
I
conduct.
just love how you sometimes always say.
Sometimes.
I'm lost.
She sometimes always say women are
Sometimes.
women
Sometimes
are women's
I always
worst
say.
enemy.
Sometimes I always say.
See, look, I come anytime I start
Yeah,
supporting her.
yeah. She don't pick it up. She don't pick it up.
I'm
You don't
lost.
pick it up.
I was so in tune with what was happening. Like, he did what?
That means I'm a good storyteller.
Right.
She was like,
He did
"Ooh,
what?"
the story." Oh, what? Thank you. I'll take a bow. Thank you. That means I'm a great storyteller because she was
what
so
happened-
engulfed in the story.
What happened with your story?
Never mind.
I miss the
You
joke?
missed it. But to have women come in and have a woman give them an empowering seminar about how they should behave around him and how they should ignore what's really sexual harassment, but it really is not. It's just workplace empowerment. This is how you empower yourself.
Exactly.
You let me slap you on the butt and say good job.
If a lot of women would have had that message a long time ago, they could probably be a lot further in their careers.
Yeah.
You know, they need like a
They
CEO
need that
to
seminar.
come in
and have a
give
seminar.
them a seminar.
And have a woman at the front of the
Yeah,
table.
long as I'm not grabbing your pussy,
You should
we're
be
good.
okay. You should be okay.
Correct.
But you know, your former president says
And that's a
if
new
you're
line, you know?
Yeah, it is.
We've upgraded.
Hey.
We're actually moving forward when you think about
Yeah.
it.
Yes, we are.
Because here's the thing, like, if it's a male dominated,
Core organization
and you're around your guys and y'all doing guy talk,
stuff.
you just can't come in here acting all weak. You need to be able to go with it.
You got to be one of the guys.
You got to be one of the guys. It's just in every culture. Like, let's be honest. Like, in every culture, if you were in a certain atmosphere and it was all black women, anybody coming into that
Gonna assimilate.
going to either have to assimilate or they're going
Or
to feel
isolate.
awkward or isolate.
Wow.
I mean, that's just how
That's the point.
cultures work.
That's
So
the point.
if they in there and nobody's offended and you coming in there and you getting offended, I mean, as long as you don't lose your job and you be like, you know what, I don't really want to be a part of this. Send me what you need to send me. I'm about to go. And
Yeah.
it doesn't affect your job.
Then you're good.
Let them be good. Let them talk about whatever they want. Like, get out your feelings. Oh, I didn't get invited. That's because you bitch too much. You always telling somebody how that offends me. Shut up.
This is an
Like,
offensive party,
this is
so don't come.
offensive. Like, long as they ain't talking about you and they ain't raping and pillaging, I feel like it's okay.
Do what you want to do. It's your
Do what you
organization.
want to do. It's your organization.
So are you
And-
on the side of Savard for him using the N word?
Why are you trying to make him wear Chanel cologne?
Savard.
Savage. It's Sarver.
I think that's
Sava.
different.
Sava,
I
Savard,
think that's
same thing.
different because your organization, majority, your employees, where you get your money from,
Or people of color.
are people of
So
color.
you can't use it.
Yeah, it's
Especially
different.
if a person of color is telling you it's inappropriate.
Yeah.
Because that means that the manager was offended by the use of it. Because he would have
Right.
let it slide and it wouldn't have become an issue.
Right.
But he kept saying you can't say that.
But if it's an all-white organization and they dropping the N-word to each other, and I come in there and they just out there dropping it, I'd be like, just email me my stuff.
Can I get my assignment via
Just email me without the N-word.
You know it's not going to stop there. You know they're going to push it. They'll be like, I bet you like
or
to
if I
say-
come in, if you throw that
'Cause it's-
N-word and I start being like, yeah, you my cracking this, cracking that. Your mama did it. And if we can go.
If we can do that,
if you want to go,
then we can do it all
let's
day.
go. If we taking off the perfect, don't be saying, oh, she not professional.
Yeah,
Well, you
yeah.
saying the N-word, so I can come. Let me come in and just go on you. I'm just, oh, look at you, you're fat. You know you ain't getting no booty from your wife, and you got to pay. You know you paying. You know you paying. I'll be
if
there,
you didn't have
but
that
you still
money,
ugly,
if
though.
you didn't have that
If you didn't
money,
have that money,
you
right?
wouldn't have that woman.
I'll be a nigga, but you still ugly as hell. You gotta live like that. Like you lucky you got money, honey. You couldn't. That's the only way you done
So if
made
that's
it.
what we're doing,
If
this
that's
is what we're doing.
Like, let us do it. Let's go. And I bet you it'll cut all
It'll
of that
stop.
out.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
And don't say I'm unprofessional. And that's the
If
problem.
I don't have to be nice to you, you don't have to be nice to me.
Exactly. Don't talk about what I'm wearing. Don't talk about if you want to do your thing and you want to be wild, loud, rude and wrong, crass, all of that. And I come in and I meet your energy. Don't write me up for it.
Yeah, and don't get upset.
Don't get upset.
Don't get upset. Let's not turn it off.
I could buy you. You sure could.
Yeah.
But you won't get your money.
Yeah, they sure
'Cause I'm
won't.
taking it and I'm gone. You know? We could just go all day. You know, it's like if that was ever.
But he
allowed.
had a lot though. There was also listeners an incident where
And
he
then
put a
if it's
bikini
sexual, like,
picture.
If we women, instead of being victims, when someone sexually harass you, sexually harass them back.
Yeah.
Like you know your penis small.
If
like, dude, I can tell your penis small because you wouldn't be talking this big. Pull it
Yeah.
out. Pull it out. Pull it out. Or you hit me up a butt, just grab him. Like, yeah, it's small.
he hit you on the butt, grab him by
I
the
bet
crotch.
you if you meet people energy.
Yeah, they would stop. I think they would stop. Think about how shocked a man would be if he slapped you on the butt and you grabbed his crotch.
Yeah, grab him by the balls.
he would pass out.
HR be calling you about sexual harassment.
Yeah, they were like, hey,
What he
Bill came in here and said you grabbed him by the crotch. Did he tell you you grabbed him by my behind first?
He grabbed my ass, so I grabbed his crotch. We're even.
There is
I
no
need to
way.
go to corporate America so I can get sexually
No.
harassed.
We
so I
need to
can
train
sexually
them.
harass
No.
them.
We need to
go
have
into
a
training.
class, a
Yes.
training class.
How to
This
sex-
is how to reduce sexual
sexual
harassment
harassment.
complaints. Remember now, we just want them to stop complaining. Well,
Yeah.
our program is not to stop sexual harassment. It's to stop the complaints.
I honestly think it would stop sexual
Oh,
harassment.
it would stop the complaints.
Because men would be feeling so violated.
That is true. That is true. You would put them where they try to put women.
Exactly. If you just put them in place, like only little dick niggas act like this, and say the N word too, because they saying the N word all the time anyway.
Yeah, if you use the N word, I'm gonna
You
use it.
must be
too.
a little dick nigga. Oh, your mama, she should have aborted you. She should have swallowed you. You know what I'm saying?
How many customers you think we would have? None.
All of them. Because they'd be like, ooh, this
You
girl
got to
solve the problem.
You got to get these ladies. I'm telling you, we hired them and they
Yes.
came in and did their
We should
program
definitely do
and
that.
not one complaint.
Not one complaint. It killed everybody.
Nobody
treat people with
harasses
respect.
anybody.
Everybody's
Everybody's
with
respectful.
respect.
No men grabbing any
I
women.
just don't want to be in a. You don't want to work here. You know, there's a culture for everything. Google has a particular culture. Apple has a particular culture. You know, some people are granola. You know, if you don't want to be in I don't want to be in no granola environment. Don't tell me what to do with
So
my
you don't go there.
plastic. I don't go there. But you know, if you want to tick for tack, this is a ticket for tacker.
Tick-a-tacka.
A tick-a-tacka
Tick-a-tacka.
environment.
So if you want the program, just reach out to us on Diva Court and let us know.
Yep.
We've got a no complaint. We didn't say we're going to get rid of harassment now. We said we're going to get rid of the complaints.
That's why I have to sit in my car at my job all the time because they start talking and then I know they always tell me they start and they say I be over here somewhere and I be like, why y'all complaining? You was just talking about.
Yeah, you started it.
You started it.
It was funny when you started.
It was. When you say what you
so
said.
when they
you
start,
said da-da-da-da-da.
just
So
avoid-
I said blah, 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 blah.
Just avoid them, okay?
That's why I just go sit in my car because ain't nobody ready for that real sexual harassment.
No, but he really is off the chain. There's an incident that he took his wife's bikini photograph and passed it around. And his defense is that he passed it around because they were looking for merchandise and he wanted to show them the bikini and how his wife looked in it if they decided they wanted to purchase
Well, if
the
she was,
merchandise.
how is that sexual? Is she fine with it? Was she?
No, the other employees are like,
all right.
How's that a problem?
If I'm in marketing and we're like,
please don't send me
hey,
a picture of your wife.
now, don't you think my wife is hot? Don't you think she looks good in this stuff?
She like a pit bull.
No, what would you say in marketing? Yes, sir, she does.
No, but she really kind of.
No, you have to say, I'm
did
sorry,
look like a
I'm
pit
sorry,
bull.
sir, I'm sorry, sir.
She look a little.
I
strong
think it
in
would
the
be
face.
inappropriate for me to comment
Sir,
on that.
why did they take them out?
Has it been photoshopped yet? Man, just let's run it through Photoshop. She look a little strong in the face.
Are we going? Why didn't the merchandise people send us stock photos?
Yeah. Why didn't we get the magazine?
Why are we going with someone who didn't send us photo? That's unprofessional.
Yeah.
They should already had.
Well, he the owner. He can do whatever he want to do.
No, but that's my point. Is the comment, the response to him should have been, "I'm sorry, sir. It would be inappropriate for me to comment on your wife's photo."
No, come on, Matt. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Hey, she's hot, right?
No, sir. I'm gonna have to avoid.
She's whatever you think she is.
No, trust me. Hot, right?
Your opinion. Your
If hot
opinion.
equals cold.
Yes.
You think she's not cute? I said cold. Like she cold.
Hey.
She out cold.
Yeah.
She out cold.
She's cold because she doesn't have on a coat.
She cold because she's strong in the face. It might be a little frozen. Botox much?
He's got a lot going on, and his suspension really should be more than a year. Because he has a history, a pattern, a history, and he's diverse in his inappropriate conduct.
He an equal opportunity offender.
I see why he's rich. He knows how to diversify
Equal
his investments.
opportunity. Equal opportunity offender.
Inappropriate offenses are all across the board.
Yeah.
All
touched
aboard.
So that's why he's not racist and he's not sexist.
So there's one more story.
He's just offensive.
There was a physical, and I think there was a grown. It was a man on his knees or lower down, and he just dropped his pants.
Wait. He yanked the person's pants down.
No. The owner
dropped his pants.
I just tried to help him. I'm sorry. I can't help him no more.
And he was asking. I think it was a physician or a team doctor
for
who
BJ?
happened to be. No. He didn't ask him for anything. He was like, oh, do you think these look good shaved or whatever or something?
Oh
like
my
that?
God!
Talking about
So that's supposed to be funny,
yeah.
sir. Please put your pants up before you get embarrassed.
So it's so funny because these
Pull your
people
pants
are
up and exit
always
the room.
like these rich people who own teams are always looking for that
Affirmation. I want to be a part of the team.
Buddy.
Yeah, I want to be a part of the
experience,
team.
right? Like
I want to belong.
That
So
frat house
they can't be
experience.
on the team, so they
They want to be
buy
on the team.
Yeah.
and so that now they own everybody, and everybody can just
Yeah, and they can
want to be Mr. Popular.
They're the
Center.
I'm the reason why we're successful.
Yeah.
And, like it's me at the team.
That's a self-esteem
They-
problem.
they
Can you
wanna
believe
be-
you have all that money and you still
Which
have a
old boy name
self-esteem
from the
problem?
Mavericks?
He was just on the other day.
They fired him?
No, Mark Cuban.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mark
okay.
Cuban. They want to be Mark Cuban. You know what I'm saying? When Mark Cuban got it, a natural? I was gonna say, like he's a natural.
To be honest with you, I thought him and his players get along
They
really
have
well.
a history of sexuals.
Are you serious?
issues
For Mark
in the
Cuban too?
Mavericks. In the
my
Mavericks
God.
has a history.
But you know what?
No,
Let's
but
be
does
honest.
he have it?
Let's be
Him
honest.
Specifically,
Yeah.
I don't think
it's
so. I didn't see any
more of an
allegations against him.
issue about his leadership style in regards to
How
those
he handles it.
allegations coming in.
Right, but I'm just saying more so like, you know, how he cool with his
Buddy,
teammates
buddy.
and everything
Right.
like that.
I think the better
He
example
fits in.
is I don't know, someone else because it's
Someone
not
else, just someone else.
There's probably another owner who's better. Maybe the Steve Ballmer, the old Microsoft
I don't know who that
executive.
is.
But
He
here's
owns
the thing.
Clippers
Come
now.
on now. We're talking about sports. Sports include money. Money includes fame. Fame equates to a bunch of women. So it is hard for that environment where there's so much at play. You got women that's trying to marry a ball player. You got women that's just trying to sleep with a ball player.
And
you
the
got women
CEO,
that's trying
and
that's trying to get with a CEO
the
or
head
trying to get with the
coaches.
head coach
I don't date
or trying to
the players. I date the coach.
the
I don't date
owners.
the coach.
I date the
the
owners.
president. I don't
Yeah.
date the president.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah. There's a lot of
And
gaming
it's only
going on.
become sexual
Other than the game.
harassment when, they
When
be
I
like,
don't win.
I don't want to be bothered
Yeah,
with you
when
no
I don't
more.
win. When I
I'm
don't
over
win.
it.
It's not sexual harassment
He
if I think I'm
manipulated
coming up.
me. manipulated
That's
me.
the only thing that you have to be cognizant of is the totality of the circumstance. How these men get in these situations. I'm not trying to make excuse for sexual harassment or inappropriate behavior, because I think this guy's behavior is inappropriate, and it's clear that it's been inappropriate for quite some time. And because it wasn't checked and it was unchecked, it got worse. And that's how situations go. If you got stage 1 cancer and you don't treat it, come back out, you'll have stage 4. Same thing. Stuff like this spreads if it's undealt with. But my point is for the listeners, you got to be careful to be placing blame in one place, because there is an environment and there's a lot of blame to go around. Yeah. And if everybody's going to be held accountable, some of these women have to be held accountable, such as even women in leadership positions that had a seminar that is guised as a women empowerment seminar, which was just an opportunity to tell women how they really should behave in his presence. You have an issue when it pertains to those men that are in leadership that won't say to him as a boss, that's inappropriate. I don't think your wife's photo in a bikini is appropriate, sir. And if you're trying to push merchandise, you should. So people are not. Maybe
men and women shouldn't work together. Maybe we should just separate but equal that. You know what I'm saying?
That's not gonna happen.
Maybe that
I
feel like that environment will be.
No, but think about it. How hard are women fighting right now to be on male football teams and to be
right? But that's what I'm saying.
To be coaches and to be referees.
Then you kind of just mess up the camaraderie. Like I just feel like. I don't know.
I think it affects it.
I feel like I'm talking like I'm the white man.
No, but it does affect it. No, you have a point. You have a point, though.
Why you take it away from the karate?
There's a line that could be found. I don't think there's a line of like. I'm not gonna tell some woman who saw the game of football at a young age and
loved it.
I love this sport and I want to participate in some way, and I think I'd be a great head coach. Or I could come up with strategies that could make a successful team and look at players and analyze talent and do these kinds of things and tell her, nah, you be fucking up that dynamic by coming in here with that vagina.
And those emotions.
Ma'am, there's too much hormones.
Maybe if she's really.
I'm not going to tell her that. It's just.
Maybe if she's really invested.
It's hard to tell her that. It's a balancing act.
I was about to really say
it's a balancing act. It's a balancing act.
If she was really invested, she can probably like transition.
No, she could not. She could not. She can't.
Oh my goodness.
She got to take one for the team.
Speaking of transition, and I'm gonna transition to the next story, because some suspect in Colorado was left by the police in the back of their vehicle on a train track, and the train was coming down the track. Listeners, what we're talking about.
She be coming around the mountain when she comes. She be coming around the mountain when she comes.
Can y'all hear that?
She be coming around the mountain.
Can y'all hear that? She didn't get around the mountain. She didn't get around the mountain. She got around the train.
That's why I cut it off. Like when she. I just cut it off. When she.
Listeners, did y'all hear that train? That was not Thomas. She wished it was Thomas, because it wouldn't have been an impact. What are we talking about? There's a story in Colorado on September the 16th of 2022. Yes, I said September the 16th of 2022. This year, in a millennial. This year, where we're out from COVID. This year, where law enforcement is supposed to have some sense. Law enforcement pulls over a pickup truck with a Hispanic female in it. After pulling over the pickup truck, they stop their vehicle behind the pickup truck on a train track. Yes, a live and running train track. On that train track, they leave their vehicle. They have guns drawn, guns blazing for a female in a pickup truck. They bring her out of the vehicle and then have her back up to their police car on the train track. They're doing everything on the train track. Other officers are showing up with body cam on the train track, and they handcuff her. At the time, you can hear her on the body cam saying, "What's this all about? I understand what y'all pulling me over for. What's going on?" We'll explain to you later, because you really gonna figure out something when we are done. They put her in the back of the police car, put handcuffs on her, and leave her in the back of the car on the train track. One officer is talking to another officer when you can hear that sound right there. A train In the body cam, you can hear the train as loud as trains blow.
Yes,
and
you
they
can.
are loud because you can hear their horn from miles. Ask me because our house is close to one, and I hate it when he blows at 3 a.m. But sidebar, that was. This train is now blowing its horn. You can see the officer oblivious at first to the horn, and another officer who is like, oh, look at that. It's a train. They all scrambled. They don't know what to do.
Move the car.
One of them yells, move your car, while he has an AR in his hands, looking like he was going to shoot the train or shoot the police car. I don't know which one. He's running back and forth, like running, thinking, I'm going to jump in the car, but the gun is so large, he couldn't get in the car to move it. He's running backwards. He runs forwards. He finally runs out of the way.
You've been better off opening up the door.
And let her out.
Yes.
Because there was time to let her out of the car, but because they were so foolish at the time, the train hits the police vehicle with the suspect female handcuffed in the back of the vehicle. And let me tell you something. It was a tragic look. She's injured, but thank God, listeners, she's not deceased. She was badly injured. And of course, I don't even hear any charges. To be honest with you,
That cage probably saved her life.
No, the airbags. When you look at the vehicle afterwards, every airbag they had deployed. There were side airbags. There was front airbags.
I'm still saying, like, the cage. You know how there's cages inside of the
Yeah, well, the vehicle's probably
I'll give
built
you that. She couldn't move.
Yeah, so she couldn't go anywhere. But can you imagine how scary that must have been for her to look
Ooh,
and see
then,
the train
they
coming?
don't give you no leg.
No, you don't have no leg
That's what
room.
I'm saying.
You don't
That's
have
the
no
only
leg
thing. Like,
No.
if there was more room, she'd probably be dead because
Yeah.
you have enough room to like.
to move.
Yeah, to go back and forth. But because she
you
was
don't
packed,
have any room.
she was
and
packed,
there's
so
all
she
these
had to take the hit.
airbags.
Yeah. So it's kind of like she was sandwiched, and it was like boom, and maybe that caused her not to be able to. But she broke everything. She broke her back. She broke her legs. I don't know what body
And then, how scary it would be to just see this train coming, like,
and can't move,
and you're
can't
just
move,
like-
can't get out, and see them
Like-
running around,
And so you just,
and you're in
like,
there screaming.
I know you're screaming, and you look up, you're like, this. So this is it, huh?
Oh, that's trauma.
Yeah.
That's trauma. What are you thinking? This is how I'm
That
gonna die.
PTSD, boy. She
Yeah,
can't
that's
get
trauma.
in no car.
No.
car.
I couldn't get in no car either.
Mom,
Ever.
I want to watch TV. No!
Your mama can't allow her children to watch. And you know what's crazy? Speaking of children, there was a car seat in the pickup.
car.
There was a car seat in the pickup truck. And this is tragic.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about a train wreck.
Literally.
Okay? She still don't even know what the
She don't know
stop
what
was
she got
about.
arrested for.
Because they put cuffs on her and said, we'll tell you later. When this train comes, you'll figure out what this is all about.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
It is the most idiotic.
Yeah, it's dumb. It is
is-
dumb.
I don't care how afraid of, like,
You can't be that
Someone-
coward and be a law enforcement officer.
someone
You
who
have a
is-
woman that's 5'5".
No. From the start, just a terrible place to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you tell the person,
Move up some. Move your vehicle up.
move your vehicle up. I'm on a train track.
Yeah.
Like, that's my first thought.
Or how about
I'm
don't
pulling up to
pull
the tra-
up on the train track?
No, I'm saying no, because you may want to be closer so you can see what's in there. I
Oh,
can
so they gonna
understand
find
protocol.
it. Well, we're gonna blame the suspect because she didn't pull up higher enough.
No. This one.
No, they
too late.
started. They started coming
Once
up
the
with
arrest is
excuses,
up-
though.
Once the arrest is made, that's care custody, baby.
Yeah.
You got it.
In your custody, in your care. That's what they argued at the George Floyd trial, remember?
No, there you are.
And they are, I can't
this-
imagine. If I'm a taxpayer, I'm going to say, excuse me, can I get a balance on the account when y'all done cutting that check?
In this situation, she had a speedy trial.
I'm surprised they didn't charge her for fleeing the scene.
You got one?
I got nothing after that. I can't come back from those two. Those two were too good. They were too good. Y'all caught me on that
Suspect
one.
was
That
on
got
an
me.
escape
Yeah,
mode.
the
Where'd she go?
suspect
She go.
had a speedy trial, but she fled the scene first.
She go.
It's just
Hey,
so.
it's-
How do you not know you parked
On a live track.
No, I
How
don't
do you
care about
not-
live. I don't care. As soon as I see train tracks,
I'm not stopping there. I'm not
gonna be
stopping
stopping
there.
on
Yeah, that's
train
not where you
tracks.
stop. In fact, even there's train tracks somewhere in the Atlanta area. And when I get there, cars behind me are upset because I won't stop on the track. there, because it has a weird spot. There's a spot where it can fit one car in front of it, and then it can't fit anything else. And I always leave the track clear in between me and the car in front of me while I'm waiting on that car.
I'm not taking this one, so y'all can come a little higher.
Hey, you can go around me, baby, because a lot of people get upset because they don't want you leaving that space because they're looking like there's no train coming. Go and stop on the track. Not this sister.
I bet you they were ignorant to. All right, bam. Already thought of what this dumbass officer was thinking.
Okay.
There's no lights and arms.
Yeah.
So this track don't work. Oh, okay. Because if there's lights and arms, it would come down, and I would know.
And
ding, ding, ding.
No,
and
I wouldn't know. I'd automatically in my head say, I need to get off these train tracks.
Okay.
So the lights and arms threw him off. That he didn't.
The
have
lack of them.
The lack of it. They threw him off.
You're on tracks.
All right.
That's where I differ.
I've never seen a train come over
tracks.
here.
Hey,
I don't care what
once
train
I
track.
see train track, I think train.
Even dead train tracks, where I know that dead end right there.
Yes, I'm still not parking on it.
And then he still had time I wonder when the train, maybe because it was
No, he wasn't paying any attention.
The train was up on him.
It was quick.
The train came
quick.
up on it,
Like a
and
bullet.
he was like,
Hop
"Oh
on it.
snap!"
Because
That's
the female officer seemed to have seen it first.
No,
because the male officer in the video, he was still talking like, "Hey, so did we do this or did we do this?" He was still investigating.
They
a
were
crime.
both still investigating. Who I'm actually the most mad at is the man with the AR.
that because he could have opened up that door.
No. Why you still need the AR? After you arrest her, you put the AR up.
Yeah, and he would have been free to jump in the car or let her out.
You could see.
Yeah.
Oh snap! You're just.
He could have let her out.
This is America, and if you don't have your AR strapped to your body,
I understand.
because it's America.
But
You need
even
an AR
then,
for a
all right,
female?
you
you
just
know
need,
what?
That's in cuffs?
You need an
You know
AR
what?
when you protest.
You're
Jesus.
100% right.
This
Let me tell you
America.
this. I'm still pissed at him for not being. What are you doing? You see, the first horn, you should be like,
Let's open the door to let
this
her
is-
out.
See, that was the idea.
Yeah.
That's a train. Like,
Yeah.
that thing was the idea.
Yeah.
That's a train.
That's our track.
Don't yell, move your car.
We're by train tracks.
Move your
Yes.
car.
Let me hop in this car.
And
Because
move
the
it.
guy
And
said,
move it.
move your car.
No,
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, he was the one saying
He's
move
the
your
one
car.
saying move the car. You next to the car.
All right, he the one who
You
said
the one who should have heard
you
the
might want
horn.
to move your car.
Yeah.
You might want
He's
to
trying
move
to
the
tell
car.
somebody else to
move
move
the car.
But
that
wait,
he closest to.
Right. But as he says, move your car as he's standing next to the car.
It's 2 seconds away from the train hitting.
Yeah,
Open
it
the
is.
door.
It's coming. It's
Open the
coming.
door.
It was fast.
It's better that they close the doors so the airbags would work.
Would deploy, yeah. You know what? If she probably would have died if that vehicle was not running because it was running. The airbags deployed.
You
Because
think,
if the vehicle was off, it wouldn't
wouldn't-
have.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
That's a thing.
That's crazy.
That's a thing. So when you're gonna leave your suspect in the back of the car, leave your car on. Especially when you're on.
They usually do, boy. Them jokers waste some gas.
Yeah, they do. They always leave it on.
That car
Because
is
taxpayers'
always
money,
on.
not theirs. But think about it though. How much is she gonna collect?
The check ain't even blank enough.
Ooh.
It better come.
Ain't blank enough.
No, it better
They're
come
gonna,
up.
they're gonna have to create
You
the paper
see
from
it?
scratch. What tree are we gonna pick?
Don't watermark none of this.
Yeah.
No watermarks.
Can we wire? Because it's too big for a check.
They're literally gonna have to get the big check.
You just want to be the attorney that got that case.
Oh man.
Retirement case. Can I get a wire, please? Because I don't have a Brinks truck. You have to do like the boxer. You have to go to the bank with a Brinks
That
truck.
whole city bankrupt.
They got to cut the check.
That whole city is
You have to
bankrupt.
cut. And think about
They
it.
gonna file
No
for bankruptcy.
charges. They suspended
They're
them.
gonna have to use
Why
Trump
would you just
attorney.
suspend them? Wouldn't you fire them? Maybe there's some police
due process.
police
They're
process.
trying to figure out who should get fired first.
All of
Let's
them.
do the collateral. Who should be
All
gone
of them.
first?
All of them.
Let me tell you the order.
All
The
of them.
first person on the scene.
Yeah. Yeah. The female who put her in the back. The female who
and
put
not
her in the
moved
back
it, yeah.
and didn't move the
shit,
vehicle.
I guess it's all of them.
All of them. The AR who didn't jump in or didn't let her out.
AR who didn't put the AR
Yeah.
up.
Everybody.
They did the whole check.
Everybody.
This is why I'm upset. The use for the AR is done.
It is because she's in custody. She's in the car.
No. Because they weren't sure if someone else was in the vehicle.
And she said there was nobody else in the
That's
vehicle.
fine.
She said
but
there wasn't
you-
no
They had already checked the vehicle.
She said there was no gun too, but
no,
what
but
I'm
they
saying
checked
is-
the vehicle.
No, what I'm saying, yes, exactly.
The vehicle had already been checked.
No, but after
and
they
he
arrested,
still had the AR.
Yes, they checked the vehicle. Up, everything's clear.
Nobody else in there.
Still had the AR.
Because this is America. In America, we wear our ARs regardless. Because in America, you go to the library with your AR.
But again,
You go to the federal government with your AR.
the AR isn't the point. What are you doing that you don't hear a train and say, wait, it's a track? That's a train. Let me hop in this car and move it.
Yeah. I gotta move it.
And because he had there's about a 60 second, I want to say 60, but maybe
I say 30.
There probably is
about
a
30
30
seconds.
second when you hear the first horn.
Yeah, to have moved the car. To have
be
moved the
like,
car.
Oh shit, there's a train.
Yeah,
And jump in
yeah,
the
they could have moved the car.
There's got to be a little more than 30. It's the way the clip is set up. It's not the best to understand how time is because they've like layered it on each other and they've kind of sped through something.
Well, the good news is you really could go back and look at it because it has a timestamp on the one that was posted, and you could look at the timestamp from the time you actually can hear the horn in the audio and look
but I
at the
feel like-
timestamp to see how long he
I feel
had
like
before they started running
I feel
around.
like they time jumped, and the one that
They
we
did.
saw, they time jumped to where they're having a conversation about, did you see where she threw it? Do you know what did? Where she's asking him stuff because
That
all
was
he's
afterwards,
saying is,
though.
What do you mean?
After they thought she was dead, then they started looking for evidence.
No. That was before. The reason why they're occupied is they're searching for evidence in a car that they
And they
already
weren't
had
paying
instead of
attention.
securing the safety of the individual.
Right, because you have her in your custody. So
Because
now you need
have
to
her in
care for
custody
her.
and no one is gonna go through the car. You have all day to go through the car.
So
and search
move her
for
off the
whatever you want.
tracks.
So move her off the tracks.
Yeah.
But
They
they're
all fired.
They're so enthralled in whatever investigation they're trying to figure out. Whether it's it sounded like there's some weapon that was discharged and they were looking for a weapon. That's why they came like that aggressively,
Right.
with all these firearms and the man with
Because
the
I thought
AR.
a traffic stop. My
It
God.
wasn't a normal traffic stop. He was like, she took too long, so I thought it was her. And there
But
was
he
a
never
discharge in
said
the
she
area.
fired a weapon, so
No,
I don't even
But he was
believe.
looking for a weapon because he said
Yeah,
something
because-
was thrown out. They were
No.
No, they said they
no.
didn't see anything thrown
They
out.
said we
Yeah.
didn't see anything get thrown out. And then when
said, well, she was
after the
driving
fact, he was
slow.
like, she was driving slow, so maybe she could have thrown it out. But that was after she had been hit. Because now they were worried.
That's before.
No,
Trust
because
me, that's before. That's them in the thing.
No,
talking
no,
about.
no,
And he's like,
no.
well,
That
I
was
don't know.
before.
no,
was
because
before.
remember,
Play the clip.
here's the thing. Here's why I disagree with you. They were also asking, "What's her name?" and did you get a date
No,
of birth?
that's
And we were
after.
saying
That's
after the fact, it was like, you don't even know her name.
No, but that's
You didn't say,
after.
"Ma'am, may I have a driver's license and registration?"
No,
Yeah, 'cause
because
he
they
was-
had to secure the situation.
that's what
There's
you're talking about when
something
he
with
was laughing.
firearm. Yeah.
You was talking about when he was laughing because he was laughing and he was like he was like,
Do you have her date of birth?
Like, do you even have her information? Like,
Yeah.
let's finish getting doing the investigation or something. That was after.
So
that
it
wasn't.
didn't. I don't. That investigation is dead, sir.
Yeah, it is dead. Yeah, it is dead. They better hope she lived though, because I mean, remember sometimes you could survive the accident and
I
still die
understand
from
that.
your injuries.
But what I'm saying is that
What degree murder
investigation
is she gonna be charged?
Second degree.
Second degree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Involuntary.
Involuntary too.
Yeah.
And boy, gross. just
Gross negligence.
gross
Gross negligence.
Just from the gross.
Just put them under the jail.
I say so too.
I
No, put him in the cell with Chauvin.
I don't know. I just don't want them to work as police anymore. These are mistakes. If
Yeah.
care and custody isn't your first thought, that's the problem. They're always trained in safety. instead of
Yeah, care and
and
custody.
And once you arrest,
Hey.
we secured the scene.
Yeah.
We secured the scene. Care
Yeah,
and
yeah.
In fact, forget that. You have 3 people there. One person should be in charge of the care and custody.
Yeah, not everybody investigating.
Everybody can't be investigating.
Nope.
It can't be 2 people
Give it to
investigating.
me. I'm investigating.
It can't be 2 people investigating.
No.
One standing guard, but in case somebody come from out the
Yeah,
woods.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's why I'm strapped because,
Yeah.
they might
Right.
come out the
Well,
woods.
maybe that's why he wanted to wear his AR. 'Cause this is America. They might come out the woods.
You have to have on your error.
You know what? Probably
He
by
said
the
that's
border.
exactly where the train came from. Out the woods right there.
He looked like he was gonna shoot the train.
He didn't have any clue.
He was just
He
happy
was
to be
like-
holding his. I get to hold the AR. Oh, it's my turn.
He was
Oh,
shooting.
I'm not gonna
no
let it
clue.
go.
He
I
looked
ain't
like he was
put
gonna
it
shoot the
down.
train. I'm gonna shoot the train.
I ain't gonna put it down. It's my turn to carry the AR.
Unbelievable.
I was just like,
Unbelievable.
this is a lot of gun for.
It's too much, man. This police thing is getting out of control because we got the police in Memphis, Tennessee, failing a black female who had been raped by the suspect who has been alleged to have killed the female jogger. A year, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about a story in Tennessee. And a year passed. There was a black female who was a rape victim of the black male who was suspected of killing the Tennessee jogger who was jogging at 4 a.m. Here's where I have a problem. According to the interview of this woman with her attorney, of course, she has an attorney now. She, a year prior to the death of this female, contacted law enforcement because she had gone on a dating app, went on a date with this gentleman, and they arrived and she met him at some location. When she got to the location, immediately upon entering the location, she realized it was an abandoned apartment. He raped her and she got away. Thank God he didn't kill her. She called the police. She told the police the description of him. She gave the police the information when they met up on what social media site they met up on. She gave them his name that he gave her. She gave them everything she had. They took a rape kit test of her, and they told her they did not have enough evidence to pursue a suspect. A year later, he kills this white female jogger, and they decide, allegedly, and they decide that they're going to go and test the evidence from her alleged rape. Why do you think her allegations were discounted?
I don't know why.
Okay, I'm going to say the obvious. I think it was discounted because she's a black female. This is, again, an example of the disparity in how you treat black females, whether in the medical industry, because we die at a higher rate of birth rates. We have a higher birth rate death of black female women. We have a higher rate of diabetes. We have a higher rate of illness. Anything bad, we have a higher rate of it. We have a higher rate of lower credit scores. we have a higher rate of lower income. you get that?
Curtis,
you get that? Higher and lower. We have the highest of the low.
We are the highest of the low.
This is a way where racism can come back to affect a white person. You see how that worked? Huh? You see how that worked? We could have saved a white woman, which y'all always want to say, if we had just prosecuted the black woman's crime. She would still be here. I wonder if anybody can make that connection, that when people are treated equally and fairly, and you execute the laws of this state in a fair, just, and impartial manner, that you actually could collaterally save
everybody.
Because
the black woman always saves everyone, just like she saves this case for them.
Yeah. Well, that's true, because it's her DNA testing of him,
right,
that they're using to probably,
and her description,
and if I'm a betting
and
woman,
her facial recognition,
yeah, I'm betting
and
you,
the address,
and I'm betting
and
you,
the nail scrapes.
I bet they want the death penalty. And in order to get the death penalty, we have to go back and show, no, he sexually assaulted a black woman too. So we tested that rape. So we're trying.
My issue is that y'all don't want us to call the black or the race card and everything, but that's why we see racism and everything, because it's always there.
Well, when you're experiencing it, it's easier to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're the victim of the offense, it's easy to see the offense. When you're the perpetrator of the attack, it's usually harder for you to see that you're attacking someone.
Yeah. We can see it just waking up.
So what's wrong with policing in this country?
What I'm going to do to my hair today is racism in that.
By bleaching it blonde.
It's in everything.
Even the color of my hair is racist.
Yes, it is.
So what's wrong with policing? What's wrong with policing? How are we going to fix it? How
do you fix a organization where it's foundationally based in slave catching? So,
well, that's true. It's hard.
Yeah.
So I think the motto should not have been, or the platform should not have been, defund the police, but reorganize the police.
And that is why I don't support the feminist movement, because it's based in racism.
How did we get there from the police to the feminism?
All organizations based in racism are racist still. It's just little, subsections and residues.
So the
racism.
Democratic Party that used to be the party that they said was racist.
And then the people who went over to the Republican Party brought their racism over there too. Because you know why? The Democratic system
brought racism.
I'm about to go.
They had it.
So because
they exposed it, like how Trump exposed people.
Look at that welfare system. Look at that welfare system that keeps you enslaved.
The Republican welfare
that keeps you enslaved.
Well, let me tell you what
I'm talking about both of them. They both They're both. You have the ability to change, but you want to keep a low impoverished community so you can build the backs of capitalism on the backs of
Poor people.
Poor people.
Because you have to have a poor class for
Yeah.
capitalism to work, or a consuming class. Let me
But quiet
rephrase
as
that.
this
But everyone can be consumer.
No. But you have to
It's
have.
the-
It's a hand to mouth consuming class that really, to
Holds
me,
it down- holds it
yeah,
down
that
for
holds it down.
Americans.
Because remember now, if you have a store, think about it. Ask yourself, why are most crime-filled neighborhoods, impoverished neighborhoods, with an Asian owner of a convenience store?
Because that's where they allowed them, because they're better than black people, to reside their ownership.
They can do ownership other places.
No,
They
I
make
don't-
more money
no.
daily. Cash, hand to mouth. Because
that's-
remember, if I have to spend it right after I got it, think about the mindset for a second. Think about it for a second. Let me parse through this for the listeners. If I only give you the $5, and as you get the $5, then you can come to the store. You can't buy everything you need
You
now.
even cash a check at the store.
Hello, but you can't buy everything you need. You can only buy some of the things, right? So you're gonna come with the $5 today. It's called hand to mouth, and then you go back because you spent the $5 and all you got was the milk and the eggs and the juice, right? You really need the salad and you need the vegetables and you need the potatoes, but you couldn't afford that. Now you got to go out and you got to hustle some more money, and then when you hustle that money, you'll be back tomorrow.
Because
So
you
now,
ran out of the milk.
boom. So you're back tomorrow. So now tomorrow you can buy, because you got another $5, you can come back and you can buy the loaf of bread. And then you can't buy nothing else other than the loaf of bread, then maybe some vegetables, right? A bag of potato. Now you go home, you got to hustle the other $5 and you come back Wednesday. I got a customer every day of the week. If you're wealthy, you can go to Sam's or Costco and say, I'll have a case. When you buy that case, you're done. If I'm a store, I got to wait till you come back next month.
To me, the math is still the same.
Not necessarily.
The math is still
Because first of all, the discount is at the Costco.
no, but yes, you're
It
buying
costs
the bulk,
less.
But what you're arguing the necessity of a class who doesn't see any financial success and needs to go hand to mouth. And I'm saying capitalism, or at least America's financial system, which is the mix of capitalism and social safety nets, don't require that to happen. We don't need, everyone's a consumer, and that's fine. What is pushing it is the greed to be the biggest rich person. And the greed to be the biggest rich person requires that less people have the ability to become financially stable or wealthy. That's the only reason why it happens that way. Because if there was a larger group of rich people, right, they'd be less rich, right? That level would be lower. Someone else could be economically more stable because that money is in their pocket circulating, but everything's still moving through the system. The money is the amount of money that's going to move. It doesn't matter. It's who's amassing and has the most. And there's this rich to be rich. There's a race to be rich and the richest compared to everyone else. Instead of like understanding how this system works and that there can't be one richest if you want to actually socially live with each other in a way. The capitalism and socialism working together works, and you don't need to keep anybody down. But when you want to be the super rich and go to space and have all this shit and not worry about anybody else eating food and all that stuff because they didn't do it off the sweat of their bootstraps and
Of
back.
their
Well, the majority of them,
grandfathers,
Yeah,
correct.
yeah,
slaves'
exactly.
backs.
No.
their
Off
grandfathers,
of
grandfathers,
and off of the
slaves.
land stealing
Yeah.
that took
And-
place.
and
Yeah,
other
and the
things.
raping and the pillaging.
And no, but just you getting the opportunity, right? Just you being like, I'm gonna work this hard and do that. I was watching something and they were like, it was a couple and they were like, it was a house building show, and they're like, yeah, we worked so hard in this business to be developers and whatever, and we started buying houses in 2009, and everybody was like, you guys are crazy. And I'm like, wait.
That's when houses were $1.
Time out. What are you talking about? That is the optimal time to
It
buy a
was.
house. And
It
everyone
was.
is like, you gonna be rich.
Yeah,
Who
that's what
thought
they
you
said.
were crazy.
Oh, that's crap.
That's
they just,
bull.
to be honest with you, that's a producer telling them
That's
to say
beyond
that.
the producer. I believe they actually believe that.
No, the producer told them to say
trust
that.
me, they believe that.
They can't believe that because houses back then in the
they
crash.
believe
I remember
they-
there was a house
they
going for
had no
$25,000.
They had
20
no clue.
right by Stone
That's
Mountain.
what I'm waiting for the crash again.
Oh,
It's
you
not
weren't
gonna
you weren't
happen.
able
Hey,
you weren't able at the other crash.
They're not gonna teach you again.
She
they
said-
said too many of y'all know stuff.
No, she said I was a train wreck at the other crash.
She gone.
She gone.
I wasn't old enough to know. She gone.
All right, so you're talking about train wrecks and crashes and waiting to see the other.
She gone.
That train is leaving this track. But we have the Boston Celtics scandal. Now, listeners, we're talking about the Boston Celtics coach who has been suspended for
I'll
a
help
year.
you with the name. I know
For
you.
his name
can
is
see you pause.
Udoka.
Ime Udoka,
Udoka. Okay, I don't know where he got that name, but Udoka.
Nigeria.
Oh, he's Nigerian. His parents are
Nigerian heritage.
Okay, because I was gonna say he don't look Nigerian.
What is that supposed to mean?
Nigerians have certain facial features, high cheekbones. He don't have high cheekbones.
Okay.
All right, he didn't, but it doesn't mean he's not Nigerian. That's not my point.
Okay.
My point is
You only have
this
to be
gentleman
born in
who is
Nigeria?
a single man who is having a consensual relationship with someone who works within the establishment or who is connected to the Celtics establishment.
Some would argue with your definition of single.
Single. Let me tell you what single means. Not married. So this unmarried man
Mm-hmm.
has had a consensual,
What kind of relationship was he in?
an unmarried one.
Are you saying God does not respect boyfriend and girlfriend?
Let me tell you, the law does
The
not
Lord
respect boyfriend and girlfriend.
does not
I don't know what the Lord respects, but I know the law. Whether it's the Lord or the law, neither one of them respect a boyfriend, girlfriend. Okay? And you're a girlfriend, even if you say fiance, because the law says a fiance and a girlfriend is the same thing.
One in it. Well, you could be a fiance and a boyfriend.
Well, you can be a fiance
that.
and a boyfriend, or a fiance and a girlfriend, or a fiance and a friend, or a fiance and a boots knocking friend. Okay? Or a fiance and a friends with benefits.
But what if you're a fiance? Never mind. I'm just gonna let it go.
What if you're a fiance and a baby mama? You could be both.
No, I wasn't
You
going
could be a
there.
girlfriend
I was
and a
going
baby
somewhere
mama.
else. I'ma just
You
let
could
it
be a
roll.
fiance and a baby mama. You are unmarried female baby mama who is not a wife. Let me
The
tell you what I can.
policy-
Let me tell you
the
what.
policy.
Let me tell you about the
said-
policy.
The policy.
Okay. So, listeners, the policy says that there should be no fraternizing. Let's talk about what fraternizing definition is. Okay, we don't have time. But there should be no fraternizing between employees as far as the Boston Celtics is concerned. I have a problem with an unmarried.
A little more specific. Let me bring some specificity.
Yes,
'Cause I was
bring
about
the
to say, why we care?
specificity.
So
Bring it. Bring
why
it.
are we here?
we
Bring
care?
it.
Because all y'all black
we
women,
care?
all y'all black women, you like that one?
Yes, all y'all.
Angry.
All y'all.
How
not
you
angry.
do that? You can't do
She said,
that.
"We're not angry unless
angry.
you see the gun."
Unless you see the gun, we're not angry.
I saw plenty gun emojis on Twitter.
I'm talking about that real steel.
No. So the policy is if you are in a relationship, according to whatever the team defines as relationship.
Does the team have a definition for relationship?
I based
bleh,
on the
bleh, bleh,
latest,
bleh.
I guess
they don't.
My question is, why do we even care?
That's
Why
my
does the
point.
team care, or
Why
why does-
is the
Why
man
do we care?
suspended? No, here's why we care.
Yeah.
Because it's unfair. It's unfair to suspend an unmarried man who is having a consensual relationship,
Was he
whether
cheating on a
sexual
black
or
woman?
not. Let me tell you something. You can't cheat on a
Was
woman
he-
that's not a wife.
was
You
he-
cheat on a
Was
wife.
he having an affair? Was he having a situation, an entanglement, a circumstance?
Look,
with a
it
black
wasn't an
woman?
entanglement
I don't
because
know.
guess what?
Okay.
The news is not clear enough, but I know what's clear though. I don't have a wife on the other side of the story. And unless I have a wife on the other side of the story, then the motive behind the policy for the Celtics would make sense.
Coming from someone
Here's
who's
why.
married,
Here's why the motive would
I
make
don't think
sense.
single people think that.
Single people don't think what?
I don't think single people think that if you're not married, if you're single, or if you're committed to someone and it's not through marriage, that their claim is invalid.
Well, here's the thing. This is not a claim for Nia. This is a claim for the Celtics. If this were a claim for Nia Long, then that would be a valid argument in a court of Diva court. But because this is not a claim,
Drink to that? Because I ain't drank all day.
you need a drink on that?
Yes.
And we'll drink to that. This is not a claim for
She was
Nia Long.
thirsty.
Very.
She couldn't find her mouth.
How dry I am. This is not a claim for Nia.
Okay.
If this were a claim for Nia, that argument would stand. Okay. Listeners, if this were a claim that she thought she was in a monogamous relationship and that this is his infidelity as far as their relationship is concerned, I'm with that. Mm-hmm. This is about a man's job. Let's talk about work. Let's talk about work. You go to work. You are a single male. Your employer finds out that we have a policy against employees fraternizing with each other here. We don't like coworkers. You know, it creates for a bad environment.
You're not also single is the rule.
So the rule needs to be if you're married, because what we're trying to enforce.
No, that's the rule.
The rule is if you're married?
The
rule is if you're not married.
The rule is if you're single,
you
according to them, you can mingle within this organization.
Okay, so then why is the man single and
They've
mingling?
defined him as not single.
Well, they can't define him as not single unless the law says he's not single.
No. Remember, they get to make that one up.
Okay, well, they need to stop making up bullcrap that it's a run amok of the law. Because remember, when you, even in contracts, okay, let's talk about law. Let me break this down for y'all citizens. Even in law, if a contract or a policy runs violation to a law, it is void by operation of law. You understand what I'm saying?
This one's not.
So I think that his attorney should argue on appeal of his suspension. I'm out here if you need an attorney, sir. You can find me at Diva Court. Just come to me.
Do you practice law in?
Hey, I can go in pro.
Boston?
I can go in pro.
Boston
Huck.
where?
Celtics. The organization.
Do you practice law in Boston?
You got to start
Celtics?
through the process. You got to go appeal the
listen to me.
decision with the organization. You
Listen
gotta
to
wait
me.
for them to tell you no.
Well, that's even better because that's
See,
administrative.
you don't
Then
need
I
a
can
lawyer.
really,
Yeah.
I can really go in because I'm just an advocate then. But the thing about it is, if he really needs me and you really want to go to a court of law, not just to the Celtics court, you could contact Diva Court, sir. Reach out to Diva Court. I can help you, Mr. Okudu, Adoko. Okay. Imani.
Pay to help him pronounce
Hey,
his
sir,
name.
we don't have to pronounce your name. We'll just get your job back. Let's just get your job back. And let me tell you how I'm going to get his job back. Mm-hmm. The definition of committed relationship must be defined by law. Okay? Let's go to the law. If the laws in the state, this would be my argument. If the laws in the state say I must be a married man pursuant to law, right? And I'm not married and I am single because according to the law, forget your policy. We haven't gotten to your policy yet. I am a single male. Then I get to mingle within the organization and I'm not a married male, right? If you are going to suspend me for a year, I would appeal that suspension and I would argue that that policy with the Celtics is violative of the laws of the state because the laws of the state deems me a single man and the policy deems me a married man. And that's a violation of the law. Now, unsuspend me so I can get to work and feed Nia and them hungry kids we got together.
Because she want that money, honey.
She said, respect our privacy because that man is not my husband.
Do you know where your husband is?
Hello? That's the question.
Do you know where your husband is? Okay. You worried about the.
That's really what Nia's saying. He is not my husband, and the child support is not late. So give that man his job back. Please respect our privacy.
Ma'am, is he your husband? Does he get to keep his job? No, he's not.
He's not my husband if you're going to suspend him. We need those checks. All of them. All 12 of them.
You know who else
That's the
need their
interesting
checks?
thing because I think it's leveraged as an infidelity.
It
policy.
can't be. He needs to appeal it. I hope he's not going to sit down in a corner somewhere for a year.
Hey, I'd take
You know who
50%
else
of
needs
his
those
check for a
checks?
year.
You know who else needs those checks?
I would do his case on a contingency. 50% of what I get if I win the appeal.
What do you mean? What if you
For the year, the suspension, the year suspension. If
So
we
he's
win,
still gonna get paid 50%? That don't make
no. 100% of his money back.
Yeah.
100% of his money back, right? But he's got to give me some. Is he getting 50% on the year suspension?
Yes.
So he still gets 50% of the year's salary. Okay, then I have to discount my rate. 25%.
Oh, half.
Okay, sir, you make a lot of money. 10%. I'm not greedy. 10%. You got a deal. 10%. Deal or no deal? Deal. 10%.
You know who else needs their checks? Those on welfare. And you know who else stole those checks?
Another star football player, another sports person. Let's talk about Brett Favre. That's a shame on you, Brett Favre. Brett Favre and the governor have come up with Mississippi have come up with a scheme. Allegedly, have come up with a scheme allegedly, but one person has already been convicted criminally for it. What they did is,
I think two plead.
Yeah, two pled guilty. Yeah, two people pled guilty.
I just found this money here, and I donated it to the school.
Yes,
To the school.
sir.
That my daughter happens.
No. You're the governor, and I'm gonna need you to take some of that welfare money.
No, my name is Brett Favre, and I just ran into money.
Oh, okay. You ran into it at the governor's mansion?
I just happened to be there.
You were at the governor's mansion and ran right up into that money.
You know that one fund you got that you be giving.
You remember when my father died and I threw a whole bunch of touchdowns with some interceptions?
That was it? You intercepted that?
And I rolled with it, and they said I played like I still play when I was a kid.
Let me tell you something. He could have done this through his own money, through his own wealth, and through his own wealthy people. All he has to do is through his charity, because I'm sure he has one.
Free money.
It's not free money. You took it from people. That's not free money.
I didn't cut the check.
Who took it?
I just said cut the check. They gave me the check.
I just said, would anyone find out where it came from? Because I was curious where it came from. I didn't know.
I didn't know where he got the money from.
Right. But it came from the welfare fund.
Wranglers ain't
Well,
paying money.
I don't cut the checks.
So I
don't cut the checks. So how is that my fault?
How would people know it came back? They wouldn't find out, right?
Yeah, they do. They did.
Oh, damn it.
$5 million, allegedly, was taken from the welfare of the people of Mississippi and given to Brett Favre. You know what he wanted to build too? That really upset me about this story. A volleyball court.
Like,
are you serious?
It's not a volleyball court.
What is it? A volleyball gym?
A net?
A gymnasium that stores people to watch volleyball. Okay?
That's all y'all gonna be playing in there.
It's gonna bring in funds for the university.
It's only gonna be playing volleyball.
Wow.
That's it. They probably have a
let the people
and a regular court.
Let the people starve so we can play volleyball. You mean Brett wasn't rich enough to have gotten his foundation to build it?
Why are you looking at my riches? This is a school that we're here to support.
No, but that's my point. Why couldn't you do a school fundraiser and raise the money from your wealthy friends?
Why does everybody got a accent?
I'm the only Brett Favre here.
Oh, sorry.
Okay? No, I just from Mississippi.
Is Mississippi where you from?
Yeah.
Well, that's all right now. You're here.
All right now. I don't know. This might be my Alabama accent.
Yes, Alabama to me.
A little Bama. I only spent a little time.
Shame on you, Brett, you welfare thief. You know, it's funny you're always talking about welfare, but you sure like it, don't you?
How did the
I mean, let's be honest,
what a woman went to prison.
How did the millionaire steal welfare?
Do they need it?
Because I don't want to use my money. They don't need it.
Do they need it?
No, they don't need it.
Think about it.
They don't need it.
I'm just going to put that nugget in your ear.
Think about it. Think about it. If you die, you won't be hungry. If you starve to death, you're not hungry.
Just think about it. The economy is doing so well in Mississippi that they don't even
Shame.
need.
They might have just,
they don't even need
the 5
million.
We got a place where they could just work for free.
Shame.
And eat for free.
Shame.
They don't need it. Think about it. The economy's so good.
Tell them to get off the government teat.
No, he ain't getting off that government tea. He getting the government prison time. He hasn't been charged yet, listeners, but he should be, and the investigation is ongoing. He's paid some of the money back, though.
Did he create a fraudulent organization and said this is where I was going to allocate the money, and it actually went somewhere else?
Well, there's a civil lawsuit going on in New York about that. And the lies and the flies and the dies.
We ain't got time for that this time. We're going to have to say that for next time.
Well, maybe we should... Or maybe we should drink to that. Hopefully it ends in prosecution.
Well, there it is.
Whoop. I wish you would take a sip and not a splash.
She thinks she at the beach. She got her hat on. And she's like, it's my beach hat.
She put her beach hat on and she don't want to drink to that. She want to splash to that.
Splash to that.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's our episode 53. Don't forget to let him clap.
We in church.
I wish you would take those bracelets.
You're such a hater.
I wish I could put them around your neck.
Oh, then it'll be a chain. Bling, bling.
Bling, bling. You already have a chain. Okay. Listeners, please look for our videos every Wednesday. We push them out on YouTube. The colors of the rainbow is what we wore for you today, and we will wear any color you like. Make sure you reach out to us and comment, subscribe. Find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. Don't forget that this is how we end episode 53 this week. And as we say here on Diva Court, we'll drink to that. Did you let it breathe? Oh,
I was letting it breathe.
I thought you let it breathe.
I told you it always be you, honey.
We got to drink to that.